Hi everyone, this is Heather, host of Girl Undrunk. I just wanted to hop on quickly and let you know this episode was recorded pre-holidays. Also, we had such a great time recording with Six in studio. Their story actually brought up a lot for all of us and resulted in our longest recording yet. That being said, we did have to cut back a significant amount of the conversation just for overall flow of the episode. So if you feel like there's some pieces missing to the story, there might be. That being said, we can't wait for you to listen to this episode. Please enjoy Six. This podcast covers sensitive topics that may be difficult for some listeners. Please take care while listening. Okay, welcome back to Girl Undrunk. I'm Heather.
I'm Zoe.
And today we have a very special guest, Six. Welcome to the pod.
Hi.
This is very exciting. I feel like I've known you forever, even though we just met, and I just realized that we don't know each other. And I'm like, wait, no, we're already comfy.
You're like, wait.
But you two have met.
Yes.
Do you want to just give a little brief history?
Ooh, well, I met you, do you think it was 9 years ago, almost?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, probably
something
around
like that.
through
Yeah.
my ex-boyfriend.
Yes. We kind of knew each other, but we weren't close.
Yeah.
But I always knew of you, and I knew that you were sober, and I was not sober at that time.
You knew that. Oh,
Yeah, I think
okay.
that's why I was probably even more intimidated
Yeah.
because it was I can't do
Evolved.
that. Yeah, evolved human.
Yeah. So when you guys had met, you were 20. You were 12. No, you got
You were
sober
12.
at 20.
Yeah,
I
she
was sober
probably
at 20.
25 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I
yeah.
must have, or 24, 25.
Yeah.
It's blurry.
It's blurry. That time is
But-
very blurry for me.
But between getting sober at 20 and that time, between then and 25, you were fully sober?
Fully sober.
Wow. And
fully
what
sober.
brought you to sobriety that time?
So I was I guess I was around 20. I was seeing this guy who
Mhm.
lived in my building.
okay.
Terrible man.
Oh, good. Good.
Terrible. But I did end up shitting in his bed.
Mm.
And
Like
I love that
like Amber
story.
Heard. I love that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have so many questions. Where
I
should we
know.
start?
Should we start with a mental health check-in?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank
Let's
you
start
so
with
much
the
for
mental
bringing
health
that back,
check-in.
Zoe.
Yeah.
My mental's good. I am thinking that maybe my period is coming, and by maybe, I mean I know because I track it.
Yeah, it's coming.
And I was very emotional yesterday.
Okay.
And I felt like the world was coming for me. Yeah, I think my mental is pretty good. I'm happy. I'm in this place where kind of you were talking where it's good things are happening. I'm happy. I'm not a person who really deserves happiness.
Mhm.
You know, that's deep seated. So I'm when is the shoe gonna drop? And I feel like we've been kind of saying that for a few weeks and the shoe hasn't dropped.
Yeah.
But I am now that I'm being a little more leaning into my love life. I'm
Yeah. Just starting to have fun with it. You're
Yeah.
just having fun.
just having fun. I think honestly, I feel if I'm being objective,
Mhm.
a 7.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm good. I'm just everything that's good I'm stressed about, but it's you're good.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
You're
I
good.
love
Yeah.
you. I love you. I
Yeah.
love everything.
I feel like
I
me
love
and you are
everything.
in a really good place
I
right now. I think
know.
we're in the best spot
I
ever.
know. Very
Thank you.
clammy today, both of us,
Oh,
I think.
thank you so much.
Six, how's your mental health?
how's your mental
I feel good. I am recovering from surgery right now.
Yeah.
So that's been a whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what
But-
that was?
Yeah, so I have endometriosis. It is a chronic illness where something similar to the uterine lining goes outside of my uterus.
Okay.
And they actually found it on my bladder, all over my uterus, my ovarian fossa, which I just learned what that is. It's the wall that the ovary sits in. So the
Okay.
little.
Okay.
So is it
pod.
usually all over?
It can
that?
be okay, so the scary thing about endometriosis is it can grow anywhere in your body.
This is
Is
what I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, I
so,
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I've had a doctor tell me it can grow out of your nose.
So is it kind of, I don't want to liken it to this, but is it kind of like a fungus in a way that's growing, or is it
It grows exactly the way cancer does.
Oh, that's scary.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like a blackberry.
Mm.
and does your mom have this?
My aunt and my cousin have it.
Okay.
And they both had hysterectomies in their 30s. So
Are you on track for that? That's a scary question. I'm so sorry to ask you that just so
it's
blatantly.
like, I don't know if I want to do it because then I'm going to have to be on estrogen forever. Right now I'm
Right.
on progesterone.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be on estrogen. I'm just like
And you're on progesterone because of the
Endometriosis,
endometriosis.
yeah.
And you have to
So-
be on that always?
yeah, pretty much
Okay.
until menopause.
Does
So
that-
it just stops my period, which slows the growth of the endometrial
Got it.
tissue.
Okay. Stops your period.
So I haven't had a period in a year. Well, a year and 1 month.
Wow.
So are you feeling better like right now in comparison to like the past year? Like, would you say?
I feel like it's hard to say because
Yeah.
I'm not fully recovered yet.
Yeah.
So I got the surgery 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
Projected like 6 to 8 weeks recovery.
Mhm.
So I'm still on that
Okay.
track.
You're on that
Damn.
track to
Yeah.
being like as healed as you can be for now.
For now,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
Wow.
a lot of people who have it, they have to get multiple surgeries.
Yeah.
So I'm
Let's
kind of
do-
like bracing myself for that.
Yeah, right? Because that's that's something that you're like definitely like this is the thing you're looking forward to in your life. Like as in every step of the way, there probably will be something with endometriosis,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's so much. Let's do a little history back up with you and your endometriosis in high school. Is this when you found it?
No. So I actually was
Okay.
like chilling with my periods in high school. Everything was
Okay.
like fine.
Normal.
And then randomly my periods started getting really bad around like 23.
Okay.
And then I was like, it just progressively got so much worse every year.
Yeah.
It would just, and then it started becoming like everywhere in my body
Like
It's hurting.
debilitating.
inflamed.
Yeah.
Like it inflames your
Whoa.
whole body. I also have arthritis, which I
Mm.
was diagnosed with at 17.
Do you think that that's related? I mean, autoimmune is so confusing.
It's just like,
right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's, I'm
Yeah.
just inflamed everywhere.
Yeah.
And like,
Damn.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
I've like gained a bunch of weight from it. I've
Okay.
like,
Is that hard, like the gaining weight aspect of it?
I think like because I'm someone that I make money off the way I look,
Mm.
it was definitely like a shock.
Mhm.
For sure. And also we're living in like such a time where like skinny is just so in.
Skinny so bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
bad with it too. I just had this conversation with our producer where she was like, you have to stop saying, or not you have to, but she's like, you've said you don't eat multiple times. And that's true. But in the context, I'm struggling with my appetite.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. My energy is so unbelievably low. I'm angry. I like, it's not great. And so when I flippantly say like, oh, I don't eat, it's like,
yeah,
it's
but
not,
that's like so how you handle things. Like when you
Yeah.
have cravings, you
I
have
say
to
it out
say
loud,
like,
yeah.
I want alcohol right now.
Yeah.
Like when you are going through like
But I
something
also-
with eating, you have to be like, oh, I'm not eating.
Yeah,
just
but
so
it-
that people know.
it is
which I
so
think is good.
triggering.
Yeah.
And it is like the thing like I'm desensitized to, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait, no, like I am in a body right now that I like. And then for me to say I don't eat, it's like, okay, chill out. Like
Yeah.
let's contextualize that. But eating disorders and endometriosis, I imagine that is so hand in hand for so many people because it is so much like bloating, right?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is appearance based. It's
Constantly bloating.
Yeah.
I've gained like honestly probably like 70 pounds.
Wow.
okay.
But I was also like very unhealthy.
Yeah,
Right.
you
really
definitely
skinny.
needed to gain some weight.
So it's like good
Right.
in a
Yeah.
way, but then it's also like, you know, I have people in my DMs calling me like fat.
Ugh.
And it's like,
people are the worst.
but it's also like, I've just like come to the point where I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being fat. Like, there's
Absolutely
literally
not.
nothing, like, this word has been weaponized.
right.
And like, I think there's nothing wrong with being fat.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad word. So I'm like,
No.
what you're trying to do is not working.
What would you say your mental health is right now out of 10?
I would say like 7.5. Like, it's pretty
Okay.
good.
We love a
good.
point.
It's good. Like I'm coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
hopeful.
So we've covered kind of a lot of things.
We're gonna cover my mental health.
Oh my god. No, actually we're not. So goodbye. I'm like,
So goodbye.
sorry. Usually we start with Zoe, but I forgot. I'm so sorry. How is your mental health?
Oh well, thank you for asking.
You are so welcome.
Like unexpectedly asking. We had
Oh
no
my
idea that
God.
was coming.
You knew.
So kind.
I am good. I went to an early Christmas yesterday
Oh my God.
with my family, and like family shit is so hard, but
We'll tell you about that later.
yeah. It went like good. And I think like my family's here for the weekend. They're painting and helping me do some stuff at my place because my boyfriend's moving in. He's with them right now, spending the day with them, and like that
Wait,
stresses me
what?
out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know it's crazy. And like
I've never experienced that.
I
No.
really hope he's okay right now. But I think like I'm a little bit stressed with that, but I'm so happy I can come here and do this instead of like helping them like work on the condo.
Well, yeah, you're like, I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
I'm a
I
girl
don't
and
wanna do
I
it.
need to
have
talk about sobriety.
Yeah, I have gossip work to do.
Yeah, literally. So I think like that's in the back of my mind right now, but I'm also like so excited to have this conversation with you,
I
and
know.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm
You're
gonna,
like, I know, evil.
I know. It's so
I'm gonna give myself a little 6 again. Oh,
okay.
6.
My name.
You know what? I'll give myself a 6 too.
6 is all around.
Okay, well that's good. We're
Yeah.
all-
What is your relationship like with your family?
Oh my god, great question.
My relationship with my family is like my parents obviously I think are still like terrified of me because of what I've done to them.
Are they addicts?
No, but they drank.
Like casually or like wine mom?
A little bit of a wine mom and dad situation. They're great. Like they have like their lives together. Like nothing is bad. Like they're very successful. But like everyone was like hammered last night.
Do
at
you
the
wish
Christmas
they would
party.
drink less?
I don't think so. I think I just like I'm so happy that I have friends that I feel comfortable with that don't drink.
Mhm.
Totally.
You know, like I know that that's just them and they're lovely people, but it's too much to be around all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure when we go out for dinner tonight, I'm sure they're not going to drink or have like one drink. But since they were with like my aunt and uncle, my grandparents last night, like they were all drinking my brother. So in times like that, like everyone's just like a free for all.
Yeah.
You know.
That's so opposite of my family.
Is it? Is everyone
Yeah.
sober in your family?
I mean, just no one has a problem.
Yeah.
They don't. I can't. I don't think I've ever seen my mom drunk once.
Really?
Not once.
I feel like
Why?
She does not drink like
Yeah.
very much.
Wow.
when I started drinking like in high school, I think it was kind of like a way to like be closer to my family because we would all be drunk and like just talking.
You'd be like, I just want to kiki with you.
Yeah,
guys."
exactly. And they don't really kiki sober.
That's interesting.
That's
interesting because
Yeah.
I love that too. I
Yeah.
loved drinking wine with my family, and
Yeah.
I find I'm the like black sheep of the family. I am.
Same
I'm,
with me.
Yeah, I'm extroverted. I never shut the fuck up. I'm loud. I want to. Like I've like asked my parents about their sex life before. Like I just like
Same.
want to know what's going
That
on.
is so crazy.
I used to
never.
tell
I was
him,
also
I used to ask my
drinking-
dad all the time, like, "Are you having sex with mom still?" Like,
Yeah,
please tell me yes.
I know. Well, because you like look at your
weird.
own future and you're like, I need to be having sex when I'm 70. So like, I need you guys to like.
You guys have dads?
Yeah, we have dads.
Wow.
Well, I know that
What is that like?
No, you know what? I think that is probably a little shocking because not only
Oh.
do we have dads, we have like good dads.
That is
We do.
so shocking.
Especially mine.
Yeah.
Mine's a great one.
I know my dad's like building a closet for me at home
That
right
is
now.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I have not seen my dad in like 13 years.
You know what?
Okay.
Add him
Talk
to
to
the list
him.
because there's a bunch of dads that I need to have conversations with.
Yeah,
He's a lost cause.
Good.
he's lost cause.
He's
Is he an
lost cause.
addict?
No, but when he drank, he would get very
Okay.
violent.
Yes.
Really?
Would use it to
So-
like get violent.
He was
almost?
always violent,
Yeah.
but like he would get worse
Right.
when he drank.
Do you know his dad?
He beat the shit out of my grandma.
Okay,
He beat the
got
shit
it.
out of my
So,
dad and his brother.
Yeah.
So
Growing up
there's
around that
a lot of
environment.
abuse
Yeah.
on my dad's side.
Do you
I
have
don't
any-
talk to any of
Do you have any
them.
violent rage in your body?
Well, I have borderline,
Mhm.
so I definitely
Right.
used to.
Right.
I would say I'm a lot calmer now, like a
Mhm.
lot calmer. It takes a lot for me to yell. I'm
Yeah.
like very.
Okay. We have
Try to keep
mentioned
it chill.
borderline a few times on this pod. Do you want to a little explain what that kind of looks like for you? Borderline
Yeah, I
personality?
think it's just like my relationships with people can be like extremely intense.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people have it with like their friends. They'll get like the FP, like the favorite person sort of thing.
Mm.
I get it more with romantic relationships. I wouldn't say I've
Yeah.
ever felt that with a friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself emo? Goth?
I do listen to a lot of emo music, and I know that
Okay.
like emo subculture is like related to the music.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm just like
Cool shit.
just like a bimbo. Like I'm just like an alternative bimbo. I'm a
Alternative
goth
bimbo.
bimbo.
Goth
bimbo.
Like,
I like a
that's
goth
literally
bimbo.
me.
Fuck
Like
yeah.
I love that. What is the first time you
took a substance? Was it alcohol, drugs?
Oh, I mean, like ever?
Yeah,
Sure, yeah.
ever.
I get like probably drinking, I would say, but I was
Drinking in
like,
like
I
what?
was like grade
grade
5, grade 6.
Oh
I
shit!
like
Started young.
yeah.
What, like at home?
I remember there was this one time that like me and my like shitty ass group of friends who they were so bad. We all were like drinking, getting drunk, like at like grade 5, grade 6, like.
Okay. So this is so interesting to me, right? Because you're a kid.
Yeah,
Anything
like
that we
literally child.
Anything that we ever did or anything that happened to us as kids, none of it is our fault. None of it is our intention. It's just being kids. You're basically just a snowflake running around.
Yeah.
The fact that you and those friends are all in a situation where you're young children, unsupervised, with not only access to alcohol, but the idea to want to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on with all of your families? And I'm sure some kids were just like, oh, I'm cool, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, what is going
None
on?
of us.
Where
We all
these
came
young
from
children,
really fucked up.
of course.
family.
Do you think even when you started drinking, like then it was like to numb like what was going on at home? Like was it
Probably
always like a numbing
that
coping
fall.
mechanism?
Started smoking weed right after that.
Yeah.
I think the first time I smoked weed, I was in grade 7,
Damn.
and
Loved
I
it.
just wanted to
Feel something.
But I
Yeah.
think I also was like, I want to be cool.
Yeah.
Like I just like, I know
Being
cool
cool
people
was-
do
Yeah.
this.
Being cool is
And
a huge aspect of
There's
it.
a
for sure.
huge pressure to be cool when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Were you fitting in at school? Like, did you-
Not in elementary school.
Okay.
Like I was friends with like the cool girls.
Yeah.
But they were talking so much shit about me. They didn't
All
like
fake.
me.
Yeah.
All fake. They all came from richer families than mine.
Right.
They were just like, I was really strict and none of their parents gave a shit about them because they were all just like, we're being raised by nannies. Our parents are not around.
Yeah, so
like that was
you're
their journey.
clearly-
Yeah.
Mine was like, my mom, my stepdad are up my fucking ass about everything.
Yeah. You
And
had, like, young
I
siblings
wasn't
at
allowed to do
home.
these things.
When did it get like really bad? Like when you got kicked out,
Mhm.
is that when your addiction started to get like really bad? Like did you know that you had to stop at ever like
I
at any
remember
point?
the day I got kicked out, this girl who was like a bad girl who was like, I was friends with at school. She was like, oh, like, what's up? And I was like, I just got kicked out. Like, that's why I have all my shit on me. Like, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
And she was like, take this. And she gave me this like wine that was in like a water bottle.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time that I was just like, this is my new personality.
Yeah.
My new personality is
Getting
drinking.
fucked up. Yeah.
So after that, I just started, I was house hopping a lot. I was
Yeah.
sleeping on park benches.
Shit.
It was just like, it was a lot easier to be homeless and drunk.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes so much sense to me.
Yeah. Period.
Because the way you even explained that was like, I've got all my shit, got kicked out. It's like this confidence. You're
Yeah.
17. There's no way you're fucking not scared, right?
I was terrified,
Yeah.
But you had to mask
but
it.
I was such a bad bitch in high
Yeah,
school.
of course.
I was like always getting into fights. It was like, I was not a good
Oh, shit.
person. I was not a
Okay.
good person.
Yeah. Even the way you told that story is like so confident. And then I imagine, I like put myself in your body when you're like, my friend gave me like a thing of wine and you drink it and now you have a personality. It's like, yeah, that is like you're reaching out for something and you get met with this like warm, toxic thing that's like going to make you feel okay about your situation.
Yeah, it's like a warm hug.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
it gives you even more confidence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And
by
you
the
needed
time I
that.
was 17, I was pretty confident.
Yeah.
I grew up not being, and then
Yeah. I think
it
like
hit me.
just having like alcohol growing up was something that I could always like rely on, Like
Yeah.
it was always there was always my friend. Like when I had no one else, like at least I had booze,
Yeah.
So I think like
100%.
that's like you knew that at that time
Yeah.
when you had that wine. You're like, okay, this is what I'm doing now because this is all I have left.
Mhm.
So then
Shit.
I had like a shitty little flip phone or something at the
Mm-hmm.
time that I was using like pay as you go minutes or whatever.
Totally.
So it's
Yeah.
like I'm doing illegal things to make money.
Okay.
Already.
At that age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And when did that idea pop into your brain? That now I have to do things to survive?
I think immediately.
Okay.
I think immediately I
Did
was
you
like,
know
I
anyone that
can't-
was doing that at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was
How did you
probably,
know
like,
people
okay.
who were doing that? What do you mean? Friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Acquaintances?
when we talk about our stories, we're so used to them that like things that are coming out of your mouth right now, I'm like, no, what are you talking about?
Like it's shocking to you.
Yeah, because
I know, and I
you're so young.
forget that.
Yeah.
I forget that.
That's
it,
why
like,
I'm asking nitty gritty
alarms
questions.
people and
Yeah.
scares people.
Yeah. Well, scares. It makes me really fucking sad.
Yeah.
Because like
I honestly forget that. I think I'm like in such like my core group
Yes.
has all been through really fucked up shit, and so when we talk about these things to people on the outside, they're like, "This is insane," and I'm like, "No, that's just my life."
Well,
I'm so.
You had
I'm
to survive.
at peace with it now in a way.
You
Like,
were doing what you did to survive. You know?
I
you had no
to.
option.
I had nothing. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And so then I started like house hopping, and I remember I'd have to like have conversations with other people's parents because you know we're like 17, they're all living at home.
Yes.
So I would have to like sit down and be like, this is why I got kicked out, and like say like, you know, like they were not fucking with me, like they did not let me do anything, and I rebelled, and now here I am begging you for dinner at your house.
And were they usually nice, like the other?
They were pretty nice. I remember I stayed with this one. I wasn't even friends with this guy. I don't even actually remember like how I started staying at his house, but like his parents would take international students, and so they had like a bunch of extra bedrooms. So they just like gave me one for like a few weeks, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love it here."
Yeah.
Wow.
And, like it was great.
Yeah, you were like manipulating the situation to like stay alive. You know, like everyone.
Everything was just like it was crazy.
So was it sugar daddies like that you started with? Like how did you like get into the industry
with like sex work?
Yeah.
Well, like at that age.
Yeah, at that age.
So at 17, the illegal things I was doing were not sex work.
Okay.
I don't want to say what it is because it's very incriminating.
Okay.
However,
But like, what is it?
But, like, what is
Like,
it?
oh my god, what did you do?
But I was doing like sex work in the way that I would feel compelled to suck a dick, sleep with a man to stay at their house.
Got it. Yeah.
And I did get kicked out of a guy's house because I refused to sleep with him.
Oh,
Got it.
So I was doing sex work in that way that we would have constituted it, like a kind of like a barter
just
system.
trying to like stay at their house.
I think if I had realized at 17 that I could have made money off it, I probably would have ended up doing that.
Are you ever starting to think like this is like a bad situation that I'm in? Like I don't want to be doing these things.
Yes. And then I moved in with my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, the
his
insane
mom.
one. Oh, the mom.
And that is how
was he your ex at the time, or was he your
He was
boyfriend?
my boyfriend at the
Okay.
time. That is how I became a really bad alcoholic.
Okay.
that
It was
was your
once I
worst.
moved in with him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then
so
you
how
shit
did
the
he?
He
bed.
was a really bad alcoholic.
How did you meet him?
He went to my high school.
Okay.
Okay.
Because like think about it, we're still in high school.
Yeah.
Right.
At this point, we're still in
Are
fucking
you
high
going to
school.
school?
I dropped out.
Yeah. So you're not
Eventually, I went back
Okay.
and I graduated.
You did.
And I did go to
Yeah.
college.
Fuck yeah.
So
So you're with him. You get out of this relationship.
yeah, and
Where
then fuck you, bye.
and you're now
your
home.
grandma.
Home. You're with your grandma.
I go to my grandma's. My
Okay.
grandma lives in like a small town outside of Mississauga.
Okay.
So
And we're living there. How is everything?
that is when I started stealing her wine.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
she also not a big drinker.
Yeah.
She had like one like bottle, you know,
Yeah.
or something. Like it was like very like, and I don't know how she didn't notice it was like gone,
Yeah.
like going.
Oh.
Because she didn't drink it.
Oldies.
Yeah.
She just wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually, after my grandma's, I moved into my own apartment
Okay.
at 19. This is the first time I've had my own place. First time I've been alone.
Mhm.
I go
Were you, like-
fucking
And the,
crazy.
I was just gonna say, and based on what we know,
Yeah.
the skill set is not there.
I was gonna
Crazy.
say,
I
like-
start drinking.
Yeah.
I start like drinking more.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't hold a job
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I was not leaving my house. Everything I was doing was to get alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
Every single thing. I was like
Wow.
stealing from like my friends.
Yeah.
I was like which obviously I've made like amends since.
Yeah.
I was just like doing anything. I was selling random shit in my house on
Yeah.
like fucking Marketplace.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
every single day I was blackout. Every single day. I have
For, like,
such memory loss because that ex
That
who beat
year.
me
Yeah.
when I started drinking,
Right.
he told me and his friend group told me the only way you were drunk is if you were blackout. And so that's how I like learned
Oh.
to be drinking.
Right.
To get to the point of blackout, or you're not drunk. So
Right.
I like there's
Send
huge
it.
chunks of my memory like I don't have.
We talk about that a lot when
Yeah.
we try to like reiterate our stories or tell our stories, and there's so much we forget, or the timeline is upside down.
Yeah.
And it's like, right, because I wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Like
for
my
I
that.
wasn't
body
there.
was there, but I don't
I wasn't
know.
there.
Yeah.
Do you
Um,
remember when your addiction switched from I'm drinking and I'm a rebel to I need this?
When I started dating that guy, when I was living with that guy, it was
Okay.
just
Yeah.
like constant. And then
Okay.
when I moved into the house alone,
Yeah.
Mhm.
when I wasn't dating that guy, wasn't
Yeah,
dating
you
anyone,
had nothing. Yeah.
I was like, I would wake up shaking
Yeah.
if I didn't drink.
Yeah.
And
That
then
was
I
her
was
too.
always doing drugs on top of that.
Mhm.
Like I was always like a joint addiction. Like let me
Yeah.
just like throw in like,
Do it all.
you know, MDMA,
At that point, yeah.
Coke. I was doing meth at one point. Like
Yeah.
it was just like throw
Whatever
in
you can get.
everything.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then the meth started when I went to Comfort Zone,
Oh,
which
throwback.
was an after hours for weirdos.
I think all after hours are, right?
Not normal people there.
No,
They're
comfort
all,
zone is
like,
crazy.
It's insane. I used to stay there till 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
I
my
was
God.
just, well, yeah, when you're on meth, like you're
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah. I was definitely there
You're
with
up.
like at least like 5-6 times in my life. I went to the new one recently, like a couple of years ago.
Oh my
I kind of
God.
had fun.
Was it crazy? Were you sober at that
I
point?
was sober. Yeah. I know it was weird. I kind of liked
You
it.
were like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like going
It's, like,
out
very, like,
so
rave.
sober. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
same.
raves. I like.
But like, I don't think I could enter into like Comfort Zone.
Well,
I'd
it
be
was like the new
this
one,
is
right? So
scary.
it wasn't like the same.
triggered.
Is
Yeah.
it in a different area?
Yeah.
It used to be a college in Spadina.
Yeah, it's not
so,
there anymore.
Like, imagine.
Yeah.
Classic.
Not there anymore.
The Wanderers would come
Yeah.
in.
It's hard to probably remember, but with all of these drugs, things that you're trying, new things, is there any fear?
No.
No.
I remember one time I took 9 Adderall.
Mm.
And it's like I was trying, like, was
you're
I trying
doing
to kill
meth.
myself?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Did you
it's
ever
like,
OD at any point? Were you
No.
ending up at hospitals or
nope.
anything?
I
Okay.
had such a fucking high tolerance. It was
too.
insane.
Mm.
Not as much for drugs, but for drinking.
Yeah.
I could drink like a 26 shots on
Mm.
my own. No problem.
Wow.
No problem. And I was tiny back then. It was
Yeah.
just like,
Were you
You
eating?
weren't-
You weren't. Were you,
you know what? I would get really drunk and I would cook. And now I
Oh.
hate cooking,
hate
and it's
cooking
weird.
too.
I hate cooking. I
cooking.
always date people that cook because I don't want to cook.
It probably triggers back to that time that you would get drunk and cook. That's probably
Maybe
you
it
don't
is.
want to go.
You know, I never thought
cook.
about that.
Yeah.
It's just like I would just randomly start cooking.
Yeah.
Super random.
Why am I making chicken Alfredo at 5 in the morning when I'm
Because-
wasted?
Well, because you're finally hungry.
I get the hunger, but the energy.
yeah.
But it's like I'd be blackout and
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I'd wake up and there would be like a thing, and I'm like, okay, clearly I made
Oh
this.
my
Yeah.
god!
Like, you
Also,
know, like
LOL,
weird.
blacking out and using the stove
Yeah.
is
So
insane.
And living
dangerous.
alone.
Yeah.
And living
Living
alone.
alone.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh my God.
19.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And I've been in and out of being fucking homeless for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm
And so-
still objectively a child at 19.
At
Yeah,
that point at
for sure.
19, if someone was like, "What do?" Would you say, "I'm in school," or would you say, "I'm a fucking hustler," or would you have said, "What would you have said?"
Yeah.
So I was in school, but then I dropped out after
Yeah.
1 semester.
Okay.
What'd you go for?
Fashion.
Nice.
But I met people there,
Mhm.
You met your friends.
2 friends, and all of us drinking,
Mhm.
drugs.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know how the fuck you got sober then.
I know, like, we're
what the
still
fuck?
going.
Like
I know.
how? Yeah.
I had to cut off every one of my friends.
Good.
I had
Wow.
to stop sleeping with drug dealers.
Yeah.
I had to.
It's amazing that you knew that you had to do all
I
that
know.
stuff. Like it.
I just
truly
knew.
is.
I was
Yeah.
like, I can't be with these people. They're all terrible people, and they're
Yeah.
also all using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they like force try to get you to keep doing drugs with them, or were they
I
like, "Hey, fuck
literally
you
just
then"?
just didn't hang out with
You
you.
didn't
Like
hang
I
out
cut
with
off all
Wow.
these
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
I was like, bye.
No, and that's what we always say. Like you
Don't
have
care.
to change your whole
Yeah.
like
You have to be
lifestyle.
selfish in sobriety.
100%.
I 100% agree. That,
Yeah,
like,
you need to
Yeah.
put your sobriety first. You need to put you first. If you don't want to hang out with that person because you're scared, don't fucking hang out with them.
don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's
Don't
not
do it.
worth
It's not
it.
worth it.
No.
It's not. And I think I finally gave up on like, oh, I need to like do all these things to like look so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I literally don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, because you finally could like be yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you're like, no, like I'm the shit and I don't need anything to like tell me that or
Yeah.
anyone to tell me that.
So it's really fucking impressive to me when people don't go to rehab.
Yeah.
There's not a
Have you guys both been to rehab?
yes.
Okay.
There's not a fucking world in which I could have quit. I can't quit anything on my own. There's no way. Like at all. I would have had to. There's no way. So we all have these sober revelations in the middle of the night. You wake
Yeah.
up sober and you're like, I have to stop drinking.
Mhm.
So what was different? Did you get those? Did you get that ever? Like when you would wake up in the night and be
Doesn't
like,
seem
no?
like they did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just like I didn't care.
You never thought about it
Oh.
until you shit the bed, and then you're like, "Hey, no, this has to change."
Like I was like, if
can't-
I'm gonna stay living and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
off myself, I need to clearly
Okay.
stop drinking.
yeah,
Okay, I was gonna ask because there's these moments of revelation I had when I would wake up at like 6 a.m. or 2 a.m. and I'd be sober for like maybe sober, just a little bit sober, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, like I'm gonna kill myself. Like my life this is horrible. I have to stop, and then I would drink 2 hours later or at that very moment. But I'm wondering like what that moment was for you, like how strong that has to be
Mhm.
for you to be like, I'm not doing this anymore, and then actually not do it on your own.
And like I've never still to this day relapsed on alcohol.
It's wild
Yeah.
to me.
11 years.
You should be so fucking
Yeah.
proud of yourself.
It's
so
it's
fucking
insane.
cool.
That's the most shocking part to
No,
all of this shit.
It's so strong of you, and
Yeah.
like I am so proud of you for doing that. Like that is some fucking serious willpower. And that's some serious like self-love too.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hey, fuck
Yes.
this. I don't deserve this. I don't want to be shitting the bed. I want to
Yeah.
be in control of what I'm doing. Like
yeah.
Also, sometimes with sobriety, people getting sober, it's like, I want the life I used to have. I like when I was a kid, I was so happy and I was doing all these things.
you didn't
You didn't really have that.
I
Yeah.
never felt that.
Right.
I never felt that.
Right. So
I
you're
have
like,
never like there's never been a time when I was growing up thinking that I'm happy for an extended period of time.
Right.
So
Like
then you start building a life for yourself. And what does that look like? Like what kind of things did you start to do after that? Like being sober?
so I was sober from everything for I don't know, a few years.
Yeah.
was that hard? Were you like ever like, oh, I
At
want
that
to-
point, like no, because I was like really not surrounding myself with those people.
Yeah.
I guess it was hard, but I don't know, it was so long ago.
Yeah.
I'm like
You relapsed on drugs. What
I
drugs?
relapsed on drugs. Because I'm an addict.
Oh. No,
I
yeah.
am 6, I'm an addict.
What-
Zoe, I'm an alcoholic.
What led
so
to it?
I got my tonsils removed.
Mm,
They gave me Oxy.
okay. Did you?
That was my first
My old
time
friend.
doing opiates.
Oh.
Yeah, I never touched opiates before.
Did you tell them that you didn't want oxys?
No.
Or did you even know that they were going to give you oxys?
No, I just was like, okay, they did it, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
And that was the worst. Still to this day, and I've had a bunch of surgeries now. That
Yeah.
was the worst surgery I've ever done.
Really?
Tonsil removal as an adult is disgusting.
Oh.
Swallowing scabs.
Oh.
Can't eat. Lose a lot of
I
weight.
hated that noise.
Not
Sorry.
good.
It was a horrible.
It's horrible. You feel like you're swallowing glass every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
right?
needed those oxys then.
I needed them then. That's when I started realizing, like, that wasn't a relapse, but that's when I started realizing opiates are really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, a few years later, I lit myself on fire.
Excuse me.
Actually, maybe I lit myself on fire first and then memory problems.
I love how casual
We all
you
have
are.
So I lit myself on
problems.
fire right here.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
Cooking?
What do you
This was
mean?
Yeezy season 1.
Yeezy season?
Yeezy season 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Holes in all clothes.
Okay.
Only
You were
cool
burning
way.
a hole in
I
your
was burning a
clothes?
hole
Oh,
in a
I'm
shirt
dead.
while wearing it. Poly
Addict.
blend.
No.
Sober.
Yeah. No, but,
Sober.
Yeah, but that's addict shit. That's
Yeah,
like, I'm not
that's
going to take it
addict
off and do it.
shit.
I'm going to do it on my body.
But
you
literally
idiot.
fucking sober.
Oh my God, I'm
Didn't
dead.
realize. And it was a crop top, so I was like running out of time. It was like,
You're like, I'm burning with it.
no, literally. It was going towards me. It was crazy. It felt like a movie.
Oh my God.
Like,
This can't be it. This can't be how I go.
this
I'm a
can't be
sex
it. I
addict.
literally fucking
I'm
came
sober.
over so many things. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, God.
This can't be
my
it.
God.
I finally, first of all,
So shocking.
I yelled, stop, drop, roll.
Mhm.
Guys, don't do it. It doesn't even work. I don't know why they taught us that.
You hear
It made the fire bigger.
No.
It literally got bigger. I'm not even joking. Like, dead ass, this
Yeah,
is
you're
what
just
happened.
like adding oxygen to
Like,
it.
I'm adding oxygen. It's getting bigger. As I was saying to you earlier, I've definitely been someone who like picks up drugs, lets them go. Picks up
Yeah.
drugs, lets them go.
Yeah.
I can't do that with alcohol.
Yeah.
But with drugs, so I would like, I would save some of them from these surgeries
course,
and these
yeah.
incidences. And then when I would get like really pissed about something, I'd be like, I'm gonna do like a breakup. A breakup always made me relapse. The last breakup I
sure.
went through was the first breakup, I didn't relapse.
Okay, good.
Oh my
yeah,
God, you
it
know
was the
why?
first.
Because you deserve better.
Yes.
Thank you.
You don't have to fuck yourself with pills or bad men. Isn't that exciting?
That is exciting.
That's
breaking,
growth.
breaking old patterns though is growth.
No, it's amazing.
Like,
That's growth.
And it was
Yeah.
like
it's crazy.
a really bad breakup.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like, and I was like threatening everyone, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna relapse, but I didn't.
Oh yeah.
that's so addict behavior
You're like,
too.
but I
Like,
fucking
what?
Because I caught her cheating on me, and I caught
Oh,
her
a lady.
by yes, and I caught her by driving past her,
Damn it.
seeing her holding hands with this girl.
Oh,
Oh, meanwhile you're
Heartbreaking.
on fire just trying to get to the hospital.
Literally,
Tonsils
like
bleeding,
Miss Girl,
boss.
what's happening?
They gave you oxy for your burn,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
now where are we going with the oxy?
And then I was,
You take it
saving
for the
it, doing it
yeah.
a little bit sometimes. And then eventually I started picking up opiates from a dealer, and I became addicted to Dilaudid.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you know that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Oh my
shit is those little
God.
triangles.
No,
You hated it?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh,
Why?
I
'Cause
mean,
you
no,
would
I love it
puke?
all. I
Would
love
you
it all.
puke?
No, I never puked with
Oh.
anything. Oxy.
What?
I know. I'm amazing.
You're
Oxy.
You're amazing.
my
You're meant to do opiates.
meant to do
I-
it.
You're like, this is what I've been saying.
Was so happy on opiates.
Of course.
And also so deeply sad. My friend died last Christmas, and she was on opiates. Yeah.
Did she overdose?
No, but she wouldn't take them because she didn't like the way they made her feel. And she was on Oxy, or she was supposed to be on Oxy. And I remember one of our first times I met her, like we were very fast friends. She was talking to me about Oxy, and she just like didn't like to take them because they made her nauseous. And I literally, in front of people at the park that I didn't know, was like, "Oh, you just have to push through, and then they feel
Yeah.
really good."
Yeah.
And then everyone kind of looked at me, and I was like, "No, right, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You shouldn't
You
push through the
shouldn't take
drugs.
it.
Don't take drugs."
Yeah.
But you never, listen, it's a skill set.
You do have to push through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dilaudid,
With
you were
more,
getting
yeah.
those things.
I was like really loving Dilaudid.
Mhm.
And then
Were you loving not shitting?
I I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I was in pain, but then
Yeah.
I would just Dilaudid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And this was at the point when I started my TikTok.
Mm.
And I was lying to people online and telling them I was sober.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
But I was
Scary.
fucked up on TikTok Live.
Yeah.
Do you think that was obvious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obvious.
Mm.
And me and my roommate at the time, who is also my roommate again right now.
Yeah.
She's
She's
one of my
sober.
best friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They've been sober like 3.5 years, I think.
Okay.
Amazing.
We were doing Dilaudid together.
Right.
And so we would just be in the house. And I remember like the last time I went through withdrawals from Dilaudid, we were going through withdrawals at the same time. And like I was in my room and they were in their room. And we were just like screaming at each other, ah! But it's like I had silk sheets.
Yeah.
Like everything hurt. It
Yeah.
hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this again.
It's like shingles.
Yeah. So you guys both got off of it together.
They were using a little bit more after me, but
Mm.
I moved to Montreal like
Yeah.
very rapidly after
Okay.
that,
Okay, so that
because
was
I
your
was like,
withdrawal.
I want to get away from Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do this, be a tattoo
Yeah.
artist over here,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be sober.
Fuck yeah.
And
Did you tell everyone on
so-
TikTok? Or
I
did
think
you-
I've
or
told
did you
people.
feel like
I
you
think
had
I've
to?
told people like now. People know that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was like the journey
But
for
not
me.
like in the
but
moment.
in the moment, I don't
Yeah.
think so, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to stick to this. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I
Yeah.
can do this.
Yeah.
Like opiates, because I'm like a chronic pain haver. They are so good to me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask. You have endometriosis. You're
Yeah.
in more pain than the average person on any given day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so opiates are doing good things for you.
Yeah.
They are helping.
Yeah.
They're fucking your brain a little bit, but they
Yeah.
are helping. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
where do we find a middle ground with pain management? What do you do?
We're figuring it
Tylenol,
out.
like,
Tylenol.
just
Tylenol. Yeah.
Yeah,
get
but
surgery.
yeah,
Yeah.
but right?
Go on hormones.
But
Yeah.
This is I
Yeah.
changed my diet completely. I'm gluten free and dairy free now.
Okay.
so much stuff you
Like
already
it's just
do.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm tired of doing all the shit. Why can't I just like
Be normal. Okay. One thing we haven't touched on
yeah.
is the sex work of it all. How did
the
you
sex work of it all?
the sex work of it all? How did you start that, and like where is that like now in your life?
So I started OnlyFans in 2019.
Okay, why did you start?
That's like right when it started, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was
Isn't
just
it?
like, bro.
Yeah,
can
why
I just,
not?
like, I'm already posting lingerie.
Yeah.
Why not just start doing
Oh,
porn?
you were.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, simultaneously, I was like reviewing sex toys
Okay.
on
Oh.
Instagram.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I
That's
was like
fun.
really open. I've always like
Yeah.
been really open about sex
Yeah.
and, you know, all these things. And so I was like really coming into my queerness at the time. And
Do you think it helped you like find out about more of your sexuality, like doing OnlyFans
mm,
and being so open about it? Maybe.
I feel like the thing about OnlyFans is that like people expect me to be this like hypersexual, and like as I said earlier,
Yeah.
like when I was younger I was really hypersexual. Now I feel like I'm the opposite. From doing sex work, my sex drive has gone down a lot
Yeah.
Really?
because I do it
it's
for
a
work.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
job.
It's like literally a job. So I'm like
On your OnlyFans, are you doing stuff with partners or is it just you?
both.
Oh.
Yeah.
How does
Fun.
that work? How do you find people? What are you doing?
I've only filmed with either friends
Mhm.
and then we like split profit,
Okay.
or like a random man I'm fucking and I don't
Okay.
give him anything.
Well,
As
no,
you
of course.
should.
Wow, this is very thrilling. And any backlash from it? Like family shit?
My family doesn't like know. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like my mom knows, but she
Yeah.
just doesn't. She knows I'm friends with like strippers, porn
Mhm.
stars, like
Mhm.
outside of OnlyFans. Like it doesn't.
Is there like an aspect of like being in that industry and like being sober? Like how does it
I think it'd be a lot
Compare.
easier
if you were drunk?
if I was drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
Especially
a lot of
in-person sex work.
Okay.
When I had a sugar daddy.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of people like in the industry that are sober, or like are a lot of them like addicts because of like the industry?
A lot of them are addicts.
That's
Yeah.
a good
A
question.
lot of them are addicts, especially strippers.
Yeah. Well,
And-
that's good that like
and
you are so open
Escorts.
But what's-
anyone doing in person,
Yeah.
it's easier to be sober in my experience doing online.
Sure. Behind a screen.
You know, like
I do know one person, and she does sex work in person, and she told me that she recently got sober. I'm not that close with her. It's someone I know through a job, but she is recently sober, and now she's like only picked one partner because I think she's not
Grossed out.
drinking, so like she can't be fucking all these guys anymore, and now she's only having sex with like one of them.
is it like a sugar daddy or it's like an escort?
It's an escort.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and also I feel like the sex industry, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
The sex industry changes so rapidly. Like I remember when I was watching porn really young at like 9, it was crazy. And then everything you'd hear about porn was like sex trafficking and abuse and all this shit. And then there was that doc that was like Life After Porn. And it was like,
I've never seen that.
oh, it was like bullshit. It
I
was,
Is it on
remember-
Netflix?
It was. I don't know if it still is, but it was basically just about how bad the sex industry is and the porn industry. And I was like, this is weird. But then you hear later, like, no, people are friends with, you know,
Yeah.
people in the industry, and it's not a
And
big
like
deal.
OnlyFans is so much different than like being a porn
Pornhub.
star. Yeah.
Right.
Pornhub
Yeah.
is evil.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
sure. I've definitely heard. Yeah, like I think when you're doing OnlyFans, you're in charge of what you're doing.
Right.
And like when you're working in the other side of the porn industry, when you're working with like Pornhub
Yeah.
and like, you know, businesses
Men.
like that,
Mhm.
it's super different.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So
that you're, like, in
OnlyFans is really
control.
like you get control.
Yeah.
You get to decide who you collab with.
Yeah.
You get to decide the angles. You get to edit how you want. You get
Yeah.
to say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
They do have some like restrictions on like what you can do.
Mhm.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
oh,
like
no shit, right?
you can't do shit. You
Oh.
can't
Yeah.
do piss,
Okay.
which is a big seller.
Can you
So
do
like
blood?
that sucks. Can't do blood.
blood.
Interesting. What's like the craziest kink that you've had so far on OnlyFans?
Belly button fucking.
Pause. What?
Pause. What?
The dick goes in your belly button?
No, this guy just wanted me to like finger my belly button as if he was like fucking my belly button.
Do you think it's like
And like
being
I've had
inside of you like so deep like that it goes like
Like
on
into
your
the
belly
womb.
button?
I think it's just like men are gross and they'll fuck any hole.
Literally.
I think
No,
I
literally.
think that's exactly right.
But it's like you can't actually fuck my. How small is
Yeah.
your dick? This like
No. it's probably Wee's fault.
No
Also,
shade, but shade.
also, never ever push your hard dick into my tummy.
Like ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Do you think, because I feel like back in the day with like we see movies, what's that movie with Amanda Seyfried, and she's like the first deep throater. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you. I forget what it's called,
I
but
forget.
Lovelace.
Oh, yes,
Lovelace.
yes.
A long time ago.
There was
but
like
yeah.
drugs and abuse, and sex work seemed very correlated to addiction and drugs. Do you find that like there's a chicken or egg situation? Like, do you feel like addiction or like substance use leads to sex work, or do you think that sex work leads to the addiction that's in the industry?
I feel like it could be either.
Yeah.
It's just like when you were, like even when I was camming,
Mm-hmm.
I was like high as fuck
Okay.
Yeah.
doing opiates.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Yeah.
it's just so much easier when you're fucked up because
Yeah.
you just say really
I
funny
know.
things.
Yeah.
You make a good video.
Yeah.
It's messy, but
Yeah.
some men
But
think
that's what they
everything is
like.
hot.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have anyone that like, do they know you're sober? Like, have you said it to anyone and they've liked it? Like, what is that?
I feel like anyone who follows me on Instagram should
Knows.
know I'm
Right.
sober.
Right.
And like check my bio. Hello.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also
Don't
like
check the
I
bio.
do post about being sober,
Yeah.
and like
Right.
if I'm matching with someone on like a dating app, like I always say I'm sober.
Good.
I will say that it's really cool that you are doing OnlyFans
Mhm.
as a sober person, because I think the idea sometimes for people who don't know about sex work, it's like, that's a bad decision. That's dangerous. That's this, and this. And it's like, well, this is a sober, very intelligent, very educated person sitting in front of us who like, you've come into your own and then found OnlyFans. Like that feels very
I feel
empowering.
like- Personally, I don't think it's super dangerous to do OnlyFans.
Sure.
For me,
Okay.
don't know about anyone else. If you're super close with your family, I wouldn't suggest doing it because they will find out.
Yeah.
Honestly, we must have you back because
Yeah.
I feel like there's
so
6
much.
more hours of content
Yeah.
that we
Minimum.
could talk. Seriously,
Minimum.
this is problematic. You'll be back.
Yeah, you'll be
I would
back.
love to come back.
But this was amazing. Thank you for being so open and relatable. And it's so interesting to hear your story and to kind of, I'm like always like putting pieces together of someone else's story in my head. And I'm like, yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
And of course. And I'm so fucking glad that you made it through. I just gave myself goosebumps. But like, you're amazing and beautiful and incredible and so fucking cool. And I'm like so glad you're on the other side.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's like, it's so strong of you that you've gone through all that shit and then decided to get sober.
yeah.
It's like, wait, that's why I kept asking you, like, and why did you get sober?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Because you've gone through so much shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes it's easier to just keep it numb.
just keep it numb, but you did the braver thing and chose yourself, which is iconic.
Oh.
And you seem like you're just like thriving in every aspect of your life. Like that tattooing, like everything is going so well for you,
And your face is so pretty.
oh, thank you.
and you're healing well from your surgery, and everything's going to be looking up for you. And I'm just like really happy that you came and shared your story, and I'm sure people are going to relate. It's so iconic.
I'm so glad
I'm
that
just like,
you
it's-
two got to
It's
reunite.
crazy when people relate to anything I say because I'm like, it's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
but
fucked
a
up.
lot of people
Acknowledge.
have fucked up lives.
Yeah.
And
you know?
even if you were a mommy wine drunk and you only ever drank at home and you didn't fuck anyone crazy and you didn't do anything that person is doing as an addict in their own home, it's relatable.
Yeah.
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 It all relates. We're all thinking similar things. We all fucking hate ourselves because of our dads or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
it's like there's
It's all the
something to
same.
relate to, and it's like
Yeah.
a cozy little junkie family, a
Yeah.
little sober family.
Sober family now.
Thank you for
Junkies
coming.
before.
I love it.
Thank you for
so
coming. We're
Thank
so proud of you.
I'm
Proud of
proud
you.
of you. I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
All right, goodbye. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Girl Undrunk. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Girl Undrunk Podcast and or send me an email at heather@girlundrunk.com.